In my first year as superintendent, a fella stopped by to see me named Luke Flatt, and he wanted to talk about my serving on the board at his bank. And I was trying to figure out, how do you say no politely to this nice guy? But by the time he finished, I said, all right, I'll do it for a little while. And that little while became several years.
You know, whenever there's a good idea or a big challenge to our community and quite frankly to our region, and those people that gather together to put their best efforts and their thoughts and quite frankly their commitment, those would always be the places you would find Luke Flatt. And you would always see him very even-tempered, very thoughtful, but also very deliberate in wanting to participate and be of help.
The key thing that I love more than anything about Luke, he's got his priorities right. He's always has priorities right. He understands what he's supposed to be doing. He understands what comes first. He loves to spend time, most of all, with his family. If there was a community challenge, a serious challenge, something of a serious nature, he was always one of the guys in the room. He was the go-to guy. And after everyone spoke, he'd usually give a Luke Flatt summarization, and it was always on point, very key. Everyone listened to him.
You know, Luke is one of those quiet, kind of behind-the-scenes sort of guy that doesn't really want a lot of recognition, doesn't want any recognition really for what he does. He's just one of those guys that translates well from whatever the task or the mission might be. He's a real gem for Albany.
He's just a solid as a rock guy. When you know Luke, you know what his core values are: his faith, his family, and fine, exemplary business management.
The thing that impressed me about Luke was his integrity and principle. I admire him, and I will never forget the respect that he showed me as a director on the bank. Anything that Luke says or does, I would back him 100%.
Quiet servant leadership is really something that I think has inspired lots of folks in Albany, particularly young folks. I think one of his passions has been trying to inspire the next generation of, community leaders. He frankly, elevates people's games. That's what he does. He commands that of the folks that work with him, but he does it in a way that inspires you to want to be a better person and a better community servant.
These are the words of Jesus. No one has greater love than this, to lay down one's life for one's friends. Now, Jesus, as you know, taught in parables and metaphors. If you look at it metaphorically, I kind of think it's like this too. He's really saying, put aside your own personal needs and go out and help others. Go out and serve others. And nowhere is that more true today than right here in Albany, Georgia. Beginning January the 3rd, we witnessed scores of people in this community who are certainly more deserving of a Lifetime Service Award than I. And the reason is because they've given a lifetime of service in the last 2.5 weeks. It's incredible to see the service that's taken place.
I love to think of Luke as one of the exemplary servant leaders.
And I say to you and all who listen, Luke, you're a genuinely good guy, a servant leader, and a village keeper.
As I reflect on this award, I'm reminded of a couple of things. I'm reminded first that there is no greater calling than serving others. And I'm also reminded that there is no greater discovery you'll make in your life than where you can best be of service. Thank you for this award. It's truly an honor, and I'm grateful to you.